Welcome, this is my review of a 2004 Mercedes G500 made by Hot Wheels. I got this car at Gateway Classic Cars in St. Louis. It is a very rare model with none for sale on the internet right now, and only 3 have ever been on eBay. I paid $30 for this model. Let's have a closer look. So we'll start off with the front here. Here we can see the headlights, turn indicators, this front grille, and of course the Mercedes-Benz star. The lights are very good with no peg in them. The indicators could be better, as it's just a piece of clear plastic with a bit of silver painted on it. Also, it has Mercedes badge printed on the hood. It's a little faded over time, but that's understandable considering this model was made in 2004. The grille is very good. I don't think it goes through, but it has very good depth. Down here we have the fog lights, which are very good with minimal peg. Then we have a license plate holder. No license plate, sadly. That's something you could add on your own, though. One thing I would like to point out is most models of the G-Class you'll see have a pull bar up front, or a push bar. This one does not have it. It also has an interesting thing, which you'll find when we come to the back. Windshield wipers are done relatively well, with decent detail. It's just your standard windows and whatnot. Moving on to the side, the wheels are okay. Definitely not auto art level, but maybe better than my style. The brakes, the discs, and the calipers are a separate piece from the wheel, and they do not move through each other. Another thing I'd point out is this vent is a little bit cheap looking. However, it's a $30 model, so that's understandable. The V8 badge is well done, and the turn signals there is a very good clear piece of plastic. The mirrors are very sturdy. The windows are solid, which gives it a very high price feeling, much like an auto art. Running boards are okay. It's silver painted over black. This trim alongside. The paint quality's okay. But what do you expect for a $30 model? Here we can see the exhaust, which is a bit hard to find, just like on the normal car. Moving around back, you'll see the rear lights are okay, with a little bit of silver painted over the red. Again, could have been better, but nothing too bad. Rear lights, one thing I'd like to point out, I don't know if this is true to the real car or not, is this light is red, this light is clear. I don't know if that's how the G500 is. It's just an interesting thing to know. You can see the parking sensors here, and then a little tow hook right down on the bottom for all your off-roading adventures. And then, what you'll obviously notice by now, is there's no spare tire. I find it odd that Hot Wheels didn't include a spare tire on the very iconic G500. Almost all of them that you see on the road have a spare tire. And then you come back around on this side. It's the same as you had on the other side. The classic boxy shape that's been around since the late 70s. One thing I would like to note is that it does have a sunroof, however it's just a piece of metal that's got lines around it. It is a separate piece, but it serves no real function. It does look good, however. So now we'll move on to the features. First thing I'd like to point out is this only has 3 opening parts and no suspension. It's your typical Hot Wheels. It's just static. The front wheels do turn, and the steering wheel moves with it. I'll start off with the back. This is for the cargo area. As you can see here, the tan is just painted over the black plastic. However, it's very well done. The hinges on here are very nice, very subtle. And then you can see the lines on the window for the defroster. Also, you notice the grab handle here. Now, as we look inside, let me adjust my lighting here. You'll notice relatively large cargo area. I mean, it is a large vehicle, so that's what you'd expect. One thing I would like to note is this actually clips into place, as you can hear. So now to the rest of the interior. Sadly, the back doors don't open, which is a real shame. Here we can see the interior. It's kind of hard to see considering it is a black interior. It does have a little bit of wood, or at least what's supposed to look like wood, and then of course the tan cloth. It's a relatively good interior. Better than a Maisto, but maybe not quite as good as a Welly. As you can see, it does have the other seats, which are done the same. But, like I said before, you can't open those rear doors. You'll notice the wood is somewhat poor done. It's just kind of an orangey color. No real texture to it. So, let's open this other door. See, that's the problem with it. This door, you can't get a good grip on it. Even with the two different types of tools. It just won't get in there. I mean, that's good shut lines, of course, but it means you have to take a long object like this tool, stick it in the other side, and then push. And then you have the other door. It is a bit annoying, but there you have the other side. One thing you might be able to tell